Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition.
Would you like
to see some registration?
You get mad at me because I turned my body camera on.
Would you like to see some registration?
And you know a lot of stuff about me.
Would you like to see the registration?
He's been in and he's got friends that are legal officers, I know. Our military is the only place where...
Okay.
Cops are often trained to identify suspects, enforce the law, and maintain public safety. But sometimes even the best trained officers can make serious mistakes. But what happens when those mistakes lead to arresting someone who's not only innocent, but also working for the federal government? Starting with a case of an ex-FBI security contractor was arrested for a reason which he didn't know. Anton Lagunov, Carson City, Nevada, April 22, 2022. The interaction began with a routine traffic stop initiated by a deputy from the sheriff's office, who cited an alleged obstruction of Anton's license plate as the reason for pulling him over. The deputy discovered that Anton was a security contractor and former law enforcement officer, which seemed to further agitate the situation. Despite Anton's cooperation and attempts to clarify his circumstances, the deputy grew increasingly suspicious, questioning the legitimacy of Anton's credentials and employment. Without conclusive evidence of criminal activity, the deputy detained Anton, citing the presence of the lights as a violation of state law and potential impersonation of law enforcement.
We've got Garrett Sheldon's mail as well, whoever that is. We've got...
Randy, got my pen? Is that yours? No, that ain't mine.
This is a traffic stop, and they stopped him because his back license plate has like one of those clear covers that kind of obstructs the view of the plate. And so once the officer figured out that he had red and blues, knowing that he's not allowed to have that, then he basically placed him under arrest and found all that other crap.
What the fuck?
It's sim stuff. I think it's sim. What's that? No, he didn't pull that. Hey, where was the badge at? The FBI badge?
In his jacket. Yep.
In his front pocket, in his jacket pocket, his sweater jacket or whatever.
X-ray 512.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a contractor. I work with the FBI. I work with security. I work with, A, B, and C. He's got like a fake Nevada State ID on him. But yeah, he's like, hold on a second. I got my boss calling me. I'll call you right back. All right.
During the detention, the deputy continued to question Anton about his affiliations and employment history, expressing doubt and skepticism despite Anton's explanations. The situation escalated further when the deputy discovered Anton's FBI badge, leading to accusations of potential impersonation and warnings of severe consequences.
No, he didn't. He was trying to hide it. And Franny saw the red and blues, and he's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Those are my lights." And he's like, "Oh, you turned them on for me?" And then we saw they were red and blue lights. From there, he's just for the red and blue lights on the vehicle, on his private vehicle. Hold on. Yeah.
Got this guy's mail. I'm asking this guy. He says he will move to this address. Look at his mail. The post office.
Throughout the encounter, Anton appeared cooperative and forthcoming, yet he struggled to assert his rights effectively in the face of escalating scrutiny and suspicion from the deputy. The deputy's aggressive approach and reluctance to acknowledge Anton's explanations highlighted broader issues of law enforcement discretion and accountability. If you thought that case was surprising, it's because you haven't heard of this case. Hatton, Florida, December 20th, 2019. A disturbing incident unfolded as FBI Special Agent Hatton found himself at odds with law enforcement officers during an undercover investigation into police corruption within the Franklin County Police Department. The encounter began when Agent Hatton arranged to meet Deputy Ralph Gordon in a random parking lot, likely to discuss matters related to the ongoing investigation. However, Deputy Gordon grew suspicious of Agent Hatton's intentions, questioning why he had contacted him directly instead of going through official channels.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
That'll work.
Did you run your body cam?
I am now, because I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Hatton. The FBI.
Okay.
You got that on body cam?
I do, but I don't understand what the problem is. Would you meet me at the office?
I'll talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office about it. You can cut off the recording device now.
Okay. Well, I will when I leave the area, sir. Hey, TJ, this guy is telling me to turn my body camera off and telling me he's going to contact other people to get involved with this. Let me get his tag number real quick. It's going to be LKST57. LKST57. 33 Franklin, 1065 Florida 28. No, he's telling me to turn my camera off. Lima, Kilo, Sierra, Tango 57. I got 703 out here with me.
Despite Agent Hatton's attempts to explain his credentials and the nature of the meeting, Deputy Gordon remained skeptical. Despite Agent Hatton's efforts to provide his credentials and clarify the situation, Deputy Gordon persisted in his suspicion, ultimately deciding to detain the agent. The interaction took a turn for the worse, as Agent Hatton found himself confined in the back of a patrol car without adequate ventilation on a hot Florida day.
Hey, you are detained at this time, sir. 33 Franklin. I got one Whiskey Mike detained at this time. 17's on the way. Hey, I don't think this guy's legit, man.
Take my weapon off, okay?
26 Franklin.
I'm not going to put you in cuffs.
Putting the narrative for this call.
Where's it at?
He's got detained.
Okay.
I've got my
Claiming to
weapon
be a
on my
federal
right.
agent.
You do got, is it on, do I have permission to take it off?
No, you
of you?
don't have permission to take
Okay,
it
just
off.
hang tight right here. I'm not cuffing you. I'm not cuffing you. But you're being very uncooperative with me. You asked me to come up here. You called my personal cell phone number. You can't tell me how you got it. Your vehicle's coming back to a wiring company, not the
It's
FBI.
a covert vehicle.
Okay. You
Dude,
get
would
mad
you like
at
to see some registration?
you get mad at me
Would
because
you-
I turned
would
my
you
body
like to-
camera on,
Would you like to see some registration?
and you know a lot of stuff about me.
Would you like to see the registration, sir?
I don't really want anything from you at this point. My supervisor's on the way.
Excellent. Do you have identification? I surely do. I showed it to him. Would you like to see it, sir?
That's you don't have to keep your hands up. I'm just
I
trying to
don't
figure
want
out
to be
what's
shot
going on.
out here.
I don't want to be shot either.
I'm going to call my office.
Yes, sir.
Bye, Jim. Jacksonville, this is Special Agent Hatton.
Despite his pleas for air and discomfort, the officers initially disregarded his requests, exacerbating the already tense situation. Even after receiving confirmation of Agent Hatton's identity as an FBI agent, the officers hesitated to release him, engaging in unnecessary conversation instead. It was only after further insistence from Agent Hatton and the arrival of medical personnel that he was finally allowed to exit the vehicle.
10-4, thank you, sir.
Ticket, and you've got
Get his law enforcement credentials and his supervisor's phone number from his department.
12. He's refusing to give any information.
For, officer,
For the supervisor to come speak to you.
for a supervisor to come speak to.
And I'll tell you, he provided credentials, but he's refusing to give any kind of business card or any kind of contact info with who he's affiliated with.
They want a business card. I told them I don't give out business cards.
10-4, that's on you.
I showed him badge and credentials. He's got his body camera going.
I'm 51 to 33's location now.
So, I don't know what to do. I'm in Carabel. I gave him my 10, 710 Southeast.
Everyone I've ever stopped is they had a block on their 28, and you would get a phone call as quick as you ran.
That case that we I can't talk about it like that too long. That's it.
The incident drew attention to issues of ego and distrust within law enforcement, highlighting how misunderstandings and suspicions can escalate quickly, leading to unnecessary confrontations and mistreatment. Despite Agent Hatton's status as a fellow law enforcer and his attempts to cooperate, he was subjected to skepticism and disrespect from the officers involved. In the aftermath of the incident, both the FBI and local law enforcement agencies pledged to improve communication and collaboration, acknowledging the need for better training and understanding between agencies. However, the incident served as a sobering reminder of the challenges and complexities involved in conducting undercover operations and navigating interactions between different branches of law enforcement. Ultimately, while Agent Hatton did not sustain any significant injuries, the incident underscored the importance of professionalism, communication, and respect within law enforcement. It also raised questions about the handling of undercover operations and the treatment of fellow officers in potentially sensitive situations. But wait for this next case where an ATF agent who was arrested by Ohio police, James Burke, July 7, 2020. In Columbus, Ohio, an agent with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, James Burke, was tased and arrested by 2 Columbus police officers. This all began when Agent James Burke was retrieving a shotgun from someone not authorized to possess a firearm. However, when he knocked on the door, the occupant called 911 and refused to open, leading to the dispatch of officers James Fige and Kevin Winchell.
What did he say to you when he was talking to you?
I have to open the door because he's a police. I tell him I can't open the door because my husband...
For officers on the edge, bro, we were finally able to...
He said, you have to open the door. I tell him, I'm sorry, I can't stay with my kids. My kids start crying because they're afraid. And I tell him,
Did he ever try and break the door or anything like that?
Yes, he still knock and he say, I will stay here until evening if you don't open the door because you are liar.
Upon Fige and Winchell's arrival, Agent Burke attempted to identify himself as a federal agent, but instead of cooperation, he was met with hostility. Despite Burke's attempts to prove his identity, the officers drew their weapons and aggressively ordered him to the ground.
Get on the ground now!
I'm a federal agent.
9171-10-3.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground!
10-3.
I'm a federal agent.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
He is at 33590.
Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
Drive on that 10-8.
Not getting on the ground.
Well, then stay where you're at.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Fine. Why do you got to make this harder than it is?
Listen, I'm not getting on.
I have no problem making this.
I just want to see if anybody else in 3 precinct can respond as well.
You're the one who reacted.
I'm not overreacting. We got a call that someone's impersonating a police officer out here and doesn't have ID.
No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it.
Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening.
Okay, fine. Fine. Do you think I'm a police officer or something? What the heck's the matter with you? Who do you think you are? Get on the ground!
I'm not getting on it.
Chopper things.
I'm not getting on it.
91-7, I'm pulling up.
I got my ID.
Do not reach for your waist! Keep your hands up!
Dude, why would I have an O-leg?
Your hands up!
Despite Agent Burke's compliance, the officers continued to display hostility, keeping their firearms drawn for over 90 seconds before placing him under arrest. During the arrest, Agent Burke repeatedly requested medical attention due to a pre-existing condition, but his pleas were disregarded by the officers. He was forcibly placed in a police cruiser, enduring the use of a taser despite offering no resistance.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket. We're getting you secured first. Please, wait. No. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Sir, I'm not. Stop resisting. Would you please get my ID out of my left pocket? Stop resisting. You. My wife, please. Stop right here. Resist. Please get it. I got one cuff on. Get your cuff. Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do this. Sir, stop resisting now. Please help me. Sir, please. Yo, get your taser out. Get your taser out. Get your taser out, Joe. No, don't do that, please. Don't make me tase you. You're gonna get tased. Put your right arm behind your back. Put your right arm behind your back. No, you're gonna stay on the ground and put your right arm behind your back. Let me breathe. You can breathe just fine. Ow, don't do that. Okay. Here. Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
I'm on that.
After approximately an hour, Burke was released without charges, but not without sustaining physical and psychological injuries from the ordeal. Following the incident, Agent Burke filed a lawsuit against the officers, alleging excessive use of force and constitutional violations. The lawsuit highlighted the officers' failure to recognize Burke's identity as a federal agent and their disregard for his medical condition during the arrest. Additionally, it raised concerns about a pattern of misconduct within the Columbus Police Department and a lack of accountability for officer behavior. If you thought that was bad, this is because you didn't know about this case where a U.S. Army lieutenant was arrested by 2 officers during a traffic stop. Karen Nazario, Windsor, Virginia, December 5, 2020. A distressing incident unfolded as U.S. Army lieutenant was subjected to a harrowing ordeal during a routine traffic stop. Driving his newly purchased Chevy Tahoe, Nazario noticed a Windsor police squad car tailing him.
And you didn't pull over. I understand you want to get to a well-lit area, a well-lit area. I get that. But when we follow you that long, look at the climate this day, and against everybody, against us, against y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not out to hurt you, and I know you don't want to hurt me. That's not what it's about. What it's about is making sure that everybody goes home at the end of the day. So when you don't stop and you continue to proceed, our suspicions are raised. What's going on in the car? What don't he want us to see?
Concerned for his safety, he chose to reduce speed and pull over in a well-lit area, intending to comply with the officer's instructions in a safe environment. However, instead of understanding Nazario's cautious approach, the officers, Joe Gutierrez and Daniel Crocker, immediately escalated the situation.
You follow me? You see where we're coming from? I'm trying to work with you as much as I can. I would have never wanted, like I said, it would have been a simple, hey, I see your tag now.
Despite Nazario's attempts to understand the reason for the stop and express his fear, the officers persisted in their aggressive demands. The encounter quickly spiraled out of control as Nazario refused to exit his vehicle, expressing his apprehension and confusion about the officer's behavior.
How's your eyes doing, Lieutenant?
Better.
And I keep calling you Lieutenant. I told you I'm a veteran. I respect rank. Okay, I was a corporal in the Marine Corps. I respect rank. However, I do have a job to do. Okay, I just talked about Chief of Police. You asked for a superior. He's off, obviously, right now. It's Saturday. I called him. He came out. We talked. Here's how that's what I was thinking. I told him what I wanted to do. He said that's no problem. 2 ways we can handle this. We can either sit here with you until you get your eyes back where you can see, and I mean at a good distance, you're safe to drive, okay? And you're going down the road. Go do your deployment, go continue serving my country, which I respect and I thank you for, okay? Or we can push the issue, write you tickets for no license plate displayed and for obstructive justice. I don't even need to go that route because that route makes the Army get involved, and I know how they are. You don't notice it. The Army, he'll vouch for it. Because he's been in and he's got friends that are legal officers. I know. The military is the only place where the military is the only place where double jeopardy exists legally. Because whenever we do to him, the Army can turn around and jam him for the same thing. I don't want to see that happen. You're obviously a second lieutenant. You ain't been in very long. If you plan on making a career or even 6 years or whatever, it's up to you. I don't care. There's no need getting this on your record. I don't want it on your record. However, it's entirely up to you. If you want to.
The situation descended into chaos, with Nazario repeatedly asserting his status as a serving member of the military and questioning the officer's actions. Despite Nazario's calm demeanor and attempts to de-escalate the situation, the officers continued to use force and aggression. Both officers faced charges of assault, battery, false imprisonment, and illegal search. Nazario subsequently filed a federal lawsuit against the officers, seeking justice for the unjust treatment he endured during the traffic stop. That's all for this video. We hope you have found this video informative and interesting. What are your thoughts about these cases? Let us know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon for more interesting videos like this. Thank you for watching our video.